Hi, good evening. Once again, my name is Hector, and this is for my rebuttal debate for the class. And I chose to do debate number two, uh, which explores liberalism, and it states that economic and other forms of interdependence cannot create world peace. For the purposes of this debate, I wanted to focus primarily on liberalism, obviously, and one particular aspect of it, and it's that it's not a utopia, but it does recognize anarchy, and it does still recognize that we can still cooperate as, I guess, a human race. It's still optimistic about people. And so that's why we have the interdependences. I apologize. Smoke is being rowdy again today. But that's why it has those aspects of interdependence. You have a Republican economic interdependence because although it recognizes those elements, like I said, anarchy and stuff, it's still optimistic about people, and it still believes that people can be dependent of each other and help each other. However, because it recognizes these, this is why it cannot create world peace. Like I said before, liberalism says that it is not a utopia, and saying that these interdependences can create world peace would essentially be turning it into a utopia. So it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It wouldn't make sense because it would turn it into something that it's not. But one other thing is, as far as the interdependence on economic interdependence of the states, it also has its weaknesses. So although we have economic interdependence to help each other for the betterment of each other, set up trade, things like that for the betterment of the people within both states, it does have its flaws and it does have its weaknesses. Setting up this economic interdependence has its weakness because one state may have more power, may have more economic it may have more money than the other state, and it may be using that other state for economical gain, essentially. So it's very important to tread lightly when it comes to this element of liberalism. It's very easy to get taken advantage of by this other state, and it's very easy to have conflict form over this economy, this corrupt economy that would potentially happen. Excuse me, sorry. But with that said, it just kind of takes you back to the beginning when I said that liberalism stresses that it's not a utopia and that it's optimistic in people. It's great to think that as humans and as states, we would do the right thing. We would get along with people, but anarchy is recognized when it comes to this subject, and having this economic interdependence would not necessarily create world peace because there's still room for failure. There's still room for being taken advantage of, and it still has its weaknesses. So, like I said before, Hector, and thank you for listening.